Hey kiddos, welcome to this week's homework assignment where we are looking at fractions that have the same denominator. Just some reminders before we jump in. When we're talking about the denominator, we're talking specifically about the bottom part of the fraction. That bottom part tells us how many pieces our circle or our item is cut into, or how many members there are in our group. Remember that when we are comparing or ordering, adding or subtracting fractions, that number must be the same on all of our fractions. And with that, let's dive in. We're starting with graphing a correct fraction answer for each question. Question number 1, a number that is less than 2/6. What I'm looking for here is 1/6. If you remembered that this is 0/6, either of those would be correct. Over here, a number that is greater than 2/4. You could plot 3/4 or whole number 1, which we know is also called 4/4. Coming down here, a number greater than 1/4. You could have 2/4, 3/4, or whole number 1, which is 4/4. A number less than 2/3, you could have 1/3 or 0/3. Last two, a number that is less than 5/8, you could have 4/8, 3/8, 2/8, 1/8, or 0/8. And then the last one, a number that is greater than 2/6, you could have 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, or whole number 1, which is 6/6. Any questions about these? Bring them with you to class. All right, I was taking a look at page number 2, where we are going to complete each statement to make it true with either a less than or greater than symbol. We also refer to these as the alligators. Remember, we always want our alligator mouth to face the larger number. It is hungry. It always wants to eat more. So our first set of fractions, we always check to make sure our bottom numbers are the same. They are, so we can compare. Would I rather have 1 piece or 3 pieces out of 4? 3 pieces would be the greater number. So 3/4 is greater. Check my bottoms, my denominators, 3 and 3, they match. Would I rather have 2/3 or 1/3? 2/3 is greater. 6 and 6, my denominators match. Would I rather have 2/6 or 3/6? 3/6 is greater. Check my denominators, 8 and 8. Would I rather have 4/8 or 7/8? 7/8 is greater. Last two. Would I rather have 3/4 or 2/4? 3/4 is greater. And then our last one on this page, would I rather have 5/6 or 4/6? 5/6 are greater. That is the end of this page. If you have any questions, please bring them with you to class. All right, my labs, we are continuing to compare fractions using our greater than or less than sign, but this time I gave you the pictures and not the fractions. I mentioned in class that if you were completing this page, I definitely suggested writing your fractions as good practice. So I'm going to do both pieces just in case you happened to take that advice. So my first circle has 3 pieces. 3 is going to be my denominator. 2 of them are colored, 2/3. My second one also has 3 pieces, 1 is colored. 3 and 3 denominators match. 2/3 is greater than 1/3. Over here, each of my circles have 8 pieces. The first one has 3 colored in. My second one has 6 colored in. 8 and 8, my denominators match. 6/8 is greater because 6 pieces is more than 3 pieces. Over here, I have a 6th and a sixth. This first one has 4 pieces. This second one has 3 pieces. 4/6 is greater than 3/6. Don't get confused because the shape changed. We're still doing the same thing. I have 8 pieces and 8 pieces. This first one has 4 out of 8 colored. This second one has 5 out of 8 colored. 5/8 is greater than 4/8. Last two. This one has 6 and this one has 6. I have 3/6 and I have 4/6. 4/6 is greater. Last one on this page. I have 4 and 4. 1/4 is shaded. 2/4 are shaded. 2/4 is greater. Any questions on this page? Please bring them with you to class. All right, love bugs, this page is similar to the other in that I've given you the picture and you need to write your fractions and your symbol. The difference here is that we're comparing different shapes, but the amount is what matters. So let's dive in. This circle has 4 pieces, 2 are colored. This square has 4 pieces, 1 is colored. 2/4 are greater than 1/4. This circle has 8 pieces, 5 are colored. This square has 8 pieces, 2 are colored. 5/8 is greater than 2/8. Here we have 8 and 8. 7 out of 8 are colored. And 5 out of 8 are colored. 7/8 is greater than 5/8. I have 6 and 6, 3/6 and 2/6. 3/6 is greater. Last two down here. I have 1/3 and 2/3. 2/3 is greater. Last one. I have 3/4 and 1/4. 3/4 is greater. Any questions? Bring them with you to class. All right, love bugs, last page. You need to graph each point on the number line and then complete the question that is asked. So for my first one, I need to graph or plot 2/3 and 1/3. So let's fill it in. I have 1/3, 2/3. Remember, this is the same as 3/3 and 0/3. I'm going to make 2/3 blue. I'm going to make 1/3 green. Which fraction is greater? 2/3 is greater. It's closer to 1, so it's the larger fraction. Right, I have 6/8. I'm going to make that blue. And 3/8, I'm going to make that red. Which fraction is lesser or smaller? 3/8 is smaller. It's closer to 0. Coming down here, I have 2/4, which I'm going to make red. 3/4, which I'm going to make blue, but I need to finish my pieces first. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, good practice. 4/4, 0/4. This is 2/4. This is 3/4. Which fraction is lesser or smaller? 2/4 is smaller. It's closer to 0. Graphing 2/6 and 4/6. Which fraction is greater? 4/6 is greater. It's closer to 1 whole. Last two. 3/6, 1/6. Compare 1/6 and 3/6. 1/6 is less than 3/6. 3/6 is greater. Last one here, 4/8, 7/8. Compare 4/8 and 7/8. 4/8 is less than 7/8. Any questions? Bring them with you to class. Have a good weekend, Math.